Frankly, I think most countries that are not in the recipient stage have something to offer. And it's a matter of, I guess, the good old economic concept of competitive advantage, to take best advantage of what each may have to offer to others. In some cases it would be funds in countries that are flush with money and that sort of resources. In other cases it could be much more useful to send human resources somewhere where they're badly needed, and generally a bitter experience that the country has gone through and successfully moved from recipient to donor, that in a way is the most precious of all, because they've traveled the road, they know what pitfalls lie along the way, and their actual shared experience and gains could be more valuable than money in some cases, although of course the recipients frequently will say, just give us money, that's all we need, we know very well how to spend it. But I think it's very easy to receive aid and to misspend it unless you have as well both the intention and the ability to spend it wisely, to invest it in such a way that it will bear fruit in the future. In any donor-recipient situation, it is absolutely crucial for the recipient first to actually admit publicly to themselves and to others that they could do with some help. Unless they do, it's completely useless to try and effect any sort of change. Having acknowledged that there is a need, there must be also a willingness to do something about it. That is not always there. And if it is not, again, any kind of intervention from abroad, as far as I'm concerned, will be completely useless. There must be a readiness to change, a readiness to listen, and a readiness to act on the part of the recipients if anything is to lead to the aims that one has, in this case, better development. It's not just the newly emerging donors who are struck by financial strictures in their budgets. A great many who've been around for decades, and very successfully so, are also unexpectedly suffering budget constraints. As in all economic cycles, things go up and then they go down and up again, hopefully. And one has to be ready to truly evaluate both as a donor one's contribution, but I do think that what Kofi Annan started during the last years as Secretary General of the United Nations was to truly have a better system of evaluation of the results of various interventions. There are thousands of interventions by the United Nations, not just UNDP but others as well, and they have spent hundreds of millions and billions of dollars over the years. The question is, how many of these programs have been evaluated? It turns out very few, and unless we do have that sort of feedback, it's very difficult to think of where best to invest our resources.